Hello YouTube, for your reviewing pleasure today, I have a 1/72nd scale Sword P-40K Warhawk, and this is actually a 2-in-1 kit, comes with 2 complete aircraft, so let's take a look around the box and see what we have. Looking here on the side, basic information just says that it comes with 2 complete kits, production information. The end here has the kit number of 72063. On the back side, basic information about, this being a model, for ages 10 and older, things like that. Same box flip out there. And then on the back, we have the 4 marking options that are available. Starting at the top here, with Second Lieutenant William B. Benedict from West Libya in February of 1942. The famous Flying Tigers scheme from China in spring of 43. And then a Russian marking, and lastly down here at the bottom, one from New Guinea in 43. So definitely a wide gambit of different aircraft that can be built by this, or from this kit. So taking a look, pull it out, it's in a single Ziploc bag. So let's go ahead and flip that over and open it up. Pulling out the instructions, got a small little booklet here, basic information on the P-40 through its inception, and also up through the K model. Starting with the instructions, obviously going with the cockpit, starting with that, putting the seat, instrument panel all on, gun sight, some side, looks like it has quite a bit of nice detail here on the side walls. And then putting the engine exhausts in. Obviously does not come with an actual engine, so you just kind of have this back filler there. Flipping through, putting in the lower air intake scoop. So showing how that all gets put together, the different color callouts for that. And then putting the side windows in, putting the rear horizontal stabilizers on, and putting the front engine nose cap on. Got 4 pieces that go around the little bit of detail for the wheel wells. Gun bays, which are a separate fit to the nose, or to the leading edge of the wing, so that might be bit interesting to see how that fit would go. And then putting the 2-piece wheels together, gear, cowls. You have an option for the cowl flaps to be open or closed, which is kind of nice. And then the drop tank, and then info on the canopy itself, showing you the position of the drop tank, I should say, and then attaching the canopies. And then we get into marking options. So you have a standard template markings. And then we go into our 4 marking options. So we have the Flying Tigers. Now this would have been after the U.S. Air Force had actually, Army Air Force I should say, had gotten involved. So they're actually flying the star instead of the Chinese markings. And then Libya with the sand and neutral gray colors. And then Russian marking. And then one more from New Guinea. Hopefully kept that in frame enough for you guys. Alright, go ahead and we'll slide out the decal sheet. It is kind of sad that they had placed that face down right on top of the kits. Luckily though, at least with mine, no damage had occurred with it. Let's see, pretty nice decals. Really solid colors with like the 13s. Should be good to use. Very close carrier film all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and I'll just show 1 sprue each, as it's basically just 2 sprues stacked on each other. So Set that out of the way. So looking around, quite a nice bit of interior detail on the side walls. A little bit of flashing around the cowl, so a little bit of cleanup work necessary. Let's see, limited detail in the wheel wells. A little bit of just fine panel lining. Let me get my thumb in there. Sadly though, with that inside detail, comes with one downside. Nice sink mark. And I'll go ahead and actually, since I do have another kit, it is going to be present on probably most of the run. So, have to take care of that little sink mark there. And it is only on the one side. The other side does not have that. Does show you for the cockpit floor which direction to go, and of course a glaring, very lovely ejector pin right in the middle of that floor, and right next to the nice detail. I can get my phone to lock in. There you go. You can see that ejector pin, and it's right next to some very nice details, so getting that cleaned out is going to be a real pain to not destroy that. The nice thing is it might sit more or less underneath the actual seat, so definitely do some trial or test fitting with that. And also the ejector pins on the wings, you can see, are extremely proud on that, but since it's locked in, you can kind of look around and see the nice bit of detail there. Try to make sure it's in focus for you guys. Take a look at our instrument panel there. Nice bit of detail on that as well. So, and then the last bits here, which they were smart enough to bag separately, would be the canopies. So, really clear. This is actually injection molded, but really nice, clear canopies. Go ahead and pull just one of these out. No seam line running down the top. And as you can see, really not too much magnification or distortion. Now the side windows do have a bit of magnification, however those are going to be sitting pretty flush to the actual side of the fuselage, so, and there's only like an additional, I think it's an additional fuel tank that sits behind there, so that should not be an issue. So, well, this has been an inbox review of the Sword 1/72 P-40K Warhawk, if I can get that to come off of autofocus, or manual focus. There we go. So, hope you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your day.